Well, during the past year, we've talked about how so many people in our own community need help in different ways. And with the end of the school year coming around, some people are starting to talk about students. Well, there is one nonprofit that's been thinking about students, especially right here in Hillsborough County, for 20 years now, as they celebrate this huge milestone of helping the community. We're thankful to welcome to our show Dawn Schumann, Executive Director of OASIS Opportunities. Dawn, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Natalie. I'm so excited to be here today to talk about an organization that is near and dear to my teaching heart. I was a teacher for 17 years, and students are super important to me.
And Dawn, of you with your background being a teacher, I'm sure you saw firsthand students that maybe were missing out on some of those essentials that some people take for granted, some students maybe take for granted. Talk a little bit about this organization and how you really do work hand in hand with Hillsborough County Schools.
Yes, OASIS Opportunities is a nonprofit that provides thousands of at-risk and low-income Hillsborough County students with the basic necessities that they need to help them fully learn in the classroom and participate. We believe that all students deserve equal access to these basic essentials so that they can overcome barriers to consistent school attendance and learning in the classroom. Sometimes these tools that they need can be as simple as an alarm clock so that they can wake up in the morning on time and catch the bus. And we are so fortunate to be able to do this through a partnership with the Hillsborough County School District and their school social work team.
Now, Dawn, as a teacher, again, I'm assuming you've seen people who need those items, but then you've also seen the positive work that has happened over the last 20 years with OASIS Opportunities. Explain what that does to a child in a classroom. You know, you brought up the alarm example, and we saw some pictures of getting that wardrobe. Have you been able to see and experience those benefits?
Absolutely. Firsthand as a classroom teacher, I unfortunately taught in a district that did not have a resource like this. So there were times when a child in my classroom couldn't attend because their pants were falling down. So I went out and bought a belt. But teacher resources are very small. So it's a really great thing that the teachers and the social workers in Hillsborough County have a place where they can go, three clothing closets across the school district to pick up the items that they need for students. A social worker was telling us about a fifth grade girl who was really struggling in school. When she was at school, she was in the principal's office more often than she was actually in the classroom, and her a student attendance was very poor. And when the social work sat down to talk to her about it, she found out the girl was really just embarrassed about coming to school. She felt like she wasn't clean. The kids made fun of her because the clothes that she had on were the same the entire week. And once that social worker was able to provide her with hygiene items and new clothing so she could have a different outfit every day, the following quarter, she was at school every single day except one day and didn't visit the principal at all. It was really just her feeling comfortable being in the classroom and having the essentials she needed. And unfortunately, her family wasn't able to provide those for her, but OASIS could.
Oh, Dawn, you're making me tear up already. I love that story. I'm so glad you were able to share that example with you. And if you're watching at home right now, or maybe you have, kids in the classroom, the countdown to the end of the school year is near. But before we know it, we're going to be talking about next school year. And to celebrate your 20th, I know there's a big event coming up. It may sound far away, but this is something that people can work for during the summer months, which is, of course, why we wanted you on today. Explain what it's all about and how people can get involved.
Well, OASIS is super excited to be celebrating our 20th school year of serving students in Hillsborough County this fall. And on September 25th, from 10 to 12 p.m. at St. Joseph's Children's Hospital in the Medical Arts Building, we're going to have an event that's open to the public so that they can come and celebrate 20 years of us working with wonderful donors in the community, fantastic volunteers, hardworking social workers. You'll get to hear their stories and how they've helped students throughout the past 20 years and how we intend on helping students for 20 years more. The public is totally invited to that event, free. We'll have a carnival set up by a partner organization called Men of Vision, which works within the school district, and those teen volunteers will be there so that the public can see how teens interact with us on an everyday basis.
I think that's great. And again, that may seem far off, but you can work and help towards that this summer break. Dawn, come back and talk with us again because I love this program. I loved learning about it today, and it was great to meet you.
Thank you, Natalie. I really enjoyed being here today.